Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a video that I haven't done in a minute, but I have not forgot about them. And this is a did they stay or did they go video. And in these videos, I update you guys on hauls that I have done on my channel. They could be like a year or two ago, and I will be updating you guys on those perfume hauls, letting you know the fragrances that are still in my collection, the ones that I ended up loving, the ones that I ended up decluttering, just updating you guys because perfume hauls especially are to me never what the review is going to be like. I feel like fragrance is something that you have to take your time to get to know it. It's not something that you just immediately give like a full-blown review on. At least me. I know that everyone is different, but I like to give updates after a year, 2 years, because that really lets you know if a fragrance stuck around, it's one that I absolutely love, and then I can update you guys on the ones that didn't work out for me. With that said, if you're interested to see this perfume haul update, just keep on watching. So for today's video, I am going to be putting a picture of the haul that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. And this haul, I don't know when it was filmed because I have a screenshot of the perfumes, but it was when I was still living in Puerto Rico. So it's been a while, but I do want to catch up with these videos because I know a lot of you guys really love update videos. I enjoy doing them myself. So for this haul specifically, there's 6 fragrances. I only have one in my collection. So let's get right into it. By the way, if you want to watch the initial haul, you can kind of see like my thoughts on those fragrances when I first smelled them. I will try to remember to put the link as well in the description box. If you want to watch that video, you can find it easily there. So I'm going to start off with the first fragrance, and that is Lancome Aura. I have never really had luck with the Idol line. Something about them that I really love the way that they smell, but they end up either giving me a headache or I end up getting like sensitive to them. I got like these small bottles of Aura and the next one I'm gonna talk about, and the notes are top notes salt, rose, and bergamot. Middle notes are rose and jasmine, and the base notes are bourbon, vanilla, salt, musk, and heliotrope. Now from what I remember with this fragrance, it was not like a love for me. It was always like a like, if I remember correctly, but there is salt in this fragrance 2 times, and there's also a lot of rose, there's jasmine. I mean, there's notes in here that I struggle with a lot. So I should have known that that one was not going to last long in my collection. Salty perfumes tend to smell a little weird and funky on my skin. There are very few fragrances that have salt in them that I enjoy, like Coconut Sun from the 7 Virtues. That one is really nice. I really like that little salty touch, but it doesn't take over the fragrance. It is compared to Olympia, or Olympia, I'm not sure how you say that perfume, but that one was also one that did not smell good on my skin. It smells so good on my mom's skin, but on me, it was just no. So this one, I just got rid of it. I feel like if you like rose and you like that salty touch, you would really enjoy this one. The next one is also from the Idol line, and this one, I really did enjoy it the first few times that I wore it because it's a scent DNA that never works for me. This one is Idol Intense, and the main accords for this one are woody, rose, musky, citrus, floral, powdery, white floral, patchouli, vanilla, and balsamic. And this fragrance has notes of bitter orange and mandarin orange at the top. Middle notes are Turkish rose, grass rose, musk, Egyptian jasmine, jasmine sambac, and jasmine. I honestly used to buy perfumes just to buy them, just to try them out. And now that I look at the notes, I'm like, girl, you know that jasmine and you don't get along. And that's a lot of jasmine. And there's rose. And there's patchouli, there's cashmere wood, there's Madagascar vanilla, acacia, sandalwood, and cedar. So this one, surprisingly, even though there's so much jasmine, there's rose, there's patchouli, there's a lot of notes that I can struggle with, it is beautiful. I'm not gonna take away from that fragrance. If you're looking for, the scent DNA kind of reminds me of Giorgio Armani C, where it's like a woody rose scent. There's a lot of fragrances that have that scent DNA, and I have always found them sexy, but then they just feel like they don't go with me. I don't smell good in those types of fragrances. So this one actually worked for me. It's definitely woody, but it's like a nice wood. It's not super sharp. It's not horrible at all. It's a really, really nice fragrance, and I definitely recommend if you're looking for something to like go out with, to go to dinners, or something that just feels a little more dressed up, feminine, a little sexy, but you don't want something super strong like C from Giorgio Armani, which can get strong. I would point you towards that one because it's very nice. Even though I enjoyed it on myself, it wasn't one that I would go to. I would have to kind of force myself to wear it. So that's when I know that I have to get rid of a fragrance. If I have to constantly remind myself, oh, you haven't worn that in a minute, it kind of lets me know that I can let that perfume go. That's kind of what happened with this one as well. So next one is from Shiseido, and this one is called Zen. So the top notes are citrus, woody, floral, patchouli, fruity, sweet, fresh, spicy, powdery, warm, spicy, and aromatic. And this one has notes of grapefruit, pineapple, bergamot, orange, rose, middle notes of freesia, red apple, lotus, hyacinth, gardenia, lily of the valley, violet, orris, I'm not done, patchouli, cedar, musk, amber, incense, and pine. That is a lot of notes. And I will say it wasn't a bad fragrance at all, but this one is definitely in that category where Fragrantica is placing it in. This perfume reminds me of. There is Chanel fragrances, there's Chance. Those are the types of fragrances that I'm not really into. They do smell classy, they smell like sophisticated and pretty, but I just never feel pretty with those fragrances on. I don't feel like they match me. So it's not a bad fragrance at all, but it's just not for me as well. And for me, if I'm remembering right, because it has been a while, I think I decluttered this one because it kind of smelled a little unisex on me. I remember it not feeling like very feminine on my skin, but a lot of people do love that one as well. Next up, let's talk about the one that I do have in my collection. So in this haul, I picked up Clean Reserve Skin, and it's still in my collection. There is a dent going on in this fragrance, and this perfume, I did buy this perfume years ago. I was pregnant, or I had just gave birth, and I remember that, like I told you guys, I don't remember if it was in this video. No, I think it was in my last video, but I mentioned to you guys that when my babies, like when I went through that mommy phase of them being newborns, I had my second daughter, and then 2 years later I got pregnant with my third. So it was a small gap. I kind of took a break from fragrance. I wasn't wearing fragrance. I was just wearing like lotions and maybe a body mist sprayed here and there, but very, very light, because I just didn't want to give my baby a headache. I mean, it's kind of like, if you have a baby, you know. I mean, I just cannot imagine breastfeeding my baby with like this type of perfume on. Like, no, like I just would not do that to my baby girls. I did get this one, and I got it because people were saying that it was like a skin scent and it was soft, and I was just like, oh, maybe that's exactly what I need for this time of my life. And I picked it up, and since I was being very careful with my sprays, I probably... Girl, I almost sprayed that in my mouth. I probably did like 2 sprays of it, and that was it. And when it comes to skin from Clean Reserve, I feel like you can definitely get spray happy with this one. Like, it's okay to bathe yourself in this one. You're not going to choke people out, but it's going to create a very nice scent bubble. This is one of the most beautiful skin scents, but it has like this sweetness and this warmth to it. I believe there's praline in here, and I think there's also leather or suede, something like that. So there is kind of like this dry scent to it, along with a sweet warm scent, and then that musky second skin type of smell. It is so good to run errands, to get your nails done, to grab lunch somewhere. Maybe wouldn't wear this one like on a date night or something like that, but any other time, like for bed, to go run errands on a day-to-day basis, casual, just it smells so good. It is so good. One of my favorite second skin type of scents, because it's a second skin type of scent, but then it also has kind of like this gourmandish sweetness to it. So I definitely recommend Skin from Clean Reserve. I also picked up Solar Bloom from Clean Reserve, and I do remember I fell in love with this fragrance, but then it was weird because I fell in love with it, but then there was moments that I would wear it and I wasn't sure about it. So the notes are bergamot and mandarin orange, The middle notes are coconut milk, orange blossom, freesia, and jasmine. And the base notes are vetiver, coal, and patchouli. So this one is very, very interesting. It's very unique as well. It kind of, if I'm not mistaken, because it has been a while, I'm sorry if I'm probably wrong. Actually, no. Okay. I was right, because people are comparing it in the section where they put perfumes that smell similar to people. Juliet has a gun, Sunny Side Up. If you like Sunny Side Up, you would probably love Solar Bloom, because they have very similar scent DNA and they kind of give off like the same vibe. But I gave that one to my aunt. I decluttered it because I just felt like I wasn't reaching for it as much, because it does kind of have a bit of like a unisex vibe to it. I don't know if it's maybe that vetiver, the coal. I think it's a really nice scent for a man. So I took this one to my aunt, and my aunt gave it to my uncle, and he loved it. He loved it so much that he finished up the bottle, and she messaged me when I got here, when I first moved here, asking me for the information on how to buy another bottle, because he was just in love with that perfume. I think that it is a unisex fragrance. Those base notes could be a little strong, so I wouldn't really recommend that to someone who is maybe starting off with fragrance, or someone who is like picky with those types of notes, because it is a very unique fragrance, but it's really nice. I do prefer it on a man, but I did wear it a few times and it felt really nice. I just didn't really pick it up as much. Lastly is a fragrance that I probably bought like 3 times. I wanted to love this fragrance so much, because when I smell this perfume from the bottle, it's heavenly. It smells so good. It's creamy. I love coconut. It has coconut. It's feminine. It's sweet. Oh, it's such a good one. And when I put it on myself, it does not work. And that is Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Garden. What a beautiful perfume. And the first time that I wore it in really hot summer in Puerto Rico. And when I tell you, I got sick, I got a headache, I was nauseous, I was just like, take this off of me. That time I had done a good amount of sprays, so I had decluttered it, and then I decided to buy it again because I was craving the smell so much. And I tried it again, this time not spraying so much, and still it's just not a perfume that works on me. Top notes are magnolia, neroli, and mandarin orange. And honestly, the neroli, it wasn't too bad in here. That wasn't really what turned me off about it. The middle notes are coconut, frangipani, and ylang ylang, and the base notes are vanilla absolute, almond milk, and sandalwood. And if I'm honest with you, I would probably want to try it again. That's how much I love to smell it from the bottle. It is probably one of the most beautiful coconut perfumes I have smelled. And sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I should try it again and maybe just spray it on my clothes. I really like it. I think it's beautiful. And it's definitely one that if you see it at like a Marshalls, a TJ Maxx, and you see like a good deal for it, try it out, because that one is so beautiful. I wish that it worked on me. It just gets super cloying and thick on me, and it almost starts feeling like I'm suffocating. Like I just cannot do it. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy this update video. You guys can see what I have in my collection, what I'm still loving. So out of this haul, my recommendation, the one that I love the most, is Clean Reserve Skin. That would be my number 1. And then I would say Garden comes in at number 2 if it worked on me. Clean Reserve Solar Bloom would be number 3. And then the Idols would be in last place, just because for some reason those fragrances just don't work on me. As much as I try to like them, they just don't work. They're either too sharp, they give me a headache, but Clean Reserve Skin is a must for me. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Comment down below if you love any of the fragrances that I talked about today. If you don't like them, what is your experience with them? With that said, I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comment section. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.